Hello everyone, welcome back to my humble abode. This is week 5 of The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I am late again with the challenge. This time some life interfered and it took me longer to film and edit, but I did really find my creativity with the outing we did this time, as you will see in the second part of the video where I illustrate what we foraged. Yes, this time we went foraging for wild garlic. You might also know this plant by the name of Ransom, R-A-S-O-M, but I am going to call it. As you can deduce from the name, spring also brings us this delicious wild plant that tastes like garlic and that you can find in the woods. It's like if spinach and garlic had a baby. We took our friends to the outskirts of our town. It was a really nice day, pretty hot. We didn't need the jackets. The most surprising thing of all was to arrive at the location and be hit by the smell of garlic even before getting out of the car. There were a lot of other people in the woods picking up wild garlic. The woods were full of this plant. Everywhere you looked, the ground was covered in wild garlic, and with so many people around, it felt like being part of a community that is connected to Mother Nature and to themselves in a special way. Pretty magical in my opinion. It was also a good thing that we went when we did, because the flowers were almost ready to bloom, and after blooming the leaves become a bit too old. They're still good for consumption, but not as tender and tasty. We spent around 2 hours foraging and only picked up a big bag. Foraging is really not easy at all for people who spend most of their time at their computers. Our legs felt like noodles, so we decided to stop after one bag, but we were pretty happy with our loot, so to say. But before I tell you some of the health benefits of consuming wild garlic and some witchy uses of it, let me tell you some of the wisdom I took out from this week's chapter from Julia's book. She talks about something that she calls the virtue trap. I bet this happened to all of us, to say no to ourselves and yes to everyone else who needs us many times. We postpone our need for creativity because it is more important to be nice people. I mean, who doesn't want to be nice and loved by others? But Julia says that this is self-destructive behavior, because never prioritizing our own needs leads to frustrations and consequently an unhappy and blocked artist. Especially as women, we have always been taught that we are the caregivers, the nurturers. Most women are expected to put everyone else first before themselves. Take care of their children, of their husbands, their parents, and their friends. Whenever we give ourselves some grace, there's at least one person who feels entitled to bring up our selfishness and carelessness. She left her overworked husband with the kids and she went to do her nails. Or, I don't know what happened to Susan lately, but she refused to help me with this project. She used to be so nice. Well, excuse you, Susan has decided to take care of herself as well, not only of others. Susan has projects of her own to work on. She wants to nurture her creativity, not only nurture kids. She wants to have some time out from time to time to do her nails if she so desires. Susan wants to be a balanced person and a happy artist. I'm sure we've all heard of the expression, you can't pour from an empty cup. Your feelings will reflect on your life. When you feel abundant on the inside, you act the same way with the people around you. Showing care to ourselves does not make us selfish. On the contrary, it makes us be able to give more of ourselves to others. I really wanted to share these thoughts with you because it took me quite a while to learn these lessons myself. And one thing that really feeds my inner artist is spending some time in nature. Better yet, if it also puts food on the table. Wild garlic is used as a homeopathic ingredient, treating cardiovascular, respiratory and digestive problems, as well as being antibacterial and antiseptic. So it lowers blood pressure and cholesterol. It is also abundant in magnesium, being called the magnesium king. All parts of wild garlic, including the flowers, can be used in cooking, but the most popular part is the leaves. A few recipes that I personally know are pesto sauce, pasta with wild garlic, chicken and white sauce, salads of course, and my personal favorite is a bechamel sauce with sour cream and chopped wild garlic brought to a boil and served as a side dish. This morning we ate tomato bruschettas. We replaced the chopped garlic and basil with wild garlic and oregano, and it was absolutely delicious. If you want to preserve the leaves for later use, simply boil them for a few minutes, let them drain and cool down, and put them in bags and freeze them. You won't be able to use them in salads, but you can cook with them. But now on to the very interesting stuff. How do witches use wild garlic? Wild garlic is a masculine plant governed by Mars and Neptune. Its element is fire and its tarot card is justice. It's also associated with bears because bears really love eating the bulbs when they get out of hibernation. It is said that it can offer you the strength of a bear if you use it. Also, it's great for protection against evil spirits and black magic, and in good luck spells. You can make a bundle and place it above your front door to ward off the dark forces at work and to bring in good luck. You can also chop it and let it dry as any other herb and make spell jars or pouches with it for protection and good luck. What a versatile plant, right? I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to paint it. It's really one of my favorite plants and it brings me immense joy to be able to forage it myself and eat it in various forms. I hope you found these facts about wild garlic interesting, and I hope you get to eat it too. And if you liked the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a wonderful weekend and a great next week. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.